There's a temple in Asia that people say wasn't built by humans, but by ghosts. And that too in just one night. Now, it's said that ghosts are jealous of daylight and can't stand the sun, so they left the work unfinished and fled before dawn. This truly chilling story comes from Madhya Pradesh, India, where the dry air was hitting the walls, creating a strange sound, and amidst that silence stood a massive structure. But this wasn't an ordinary temple. In fact, it wasn't even a temple because the builders simply gave it a shape and humans mistook it for a temple. And the strangest thing of all is that no material was used in its construction, and yet it has stood in the shape of a building for the past 1,000 years. And this is where the real secret of its never-ending construction begins. It's said that the roof of this temple was never fully completed, as if the builders left work at midnight and never returned. And the even more terrifying truth is that no human being dared to complete this roof, because history tells us that 1,000 years ago, this place was enclosed by a forest, and then, at midnight, people heard the sound of stones being rubbed, and the sound of heavy stones being cut. Hundreds of shadows were lifting stones in the darkness of the night. They say they weren't human, but then morning began to break, and as the first rays of the sun appeared over the forest, all those shadows suddenly disappeared. The work remained unfinished. The roof was never fully completed, and that unfinished structure still stands today in the Morena district of Madhya Pradesh. People call it the Kakanmath Temple. But this raises a question. If this is just a folktale, then why is this structure so strange? Why are its stones balanced without any mortar? And why are engineers still baffled by how this structure doesn't collapse? History tells us that this temple was probably built in the 11th century. At that time, a powerful dynasty ruled here. Some historians believe that this temple may be linked to King Kirtiraj. Now, some may call this a lie, but I have a clear and mysterious question for them. If this shape had been created by humans, would its roof be complete today? And even more so, why is its structure so strange and mysterious? By mysterious, I mean, why wasn't any kind of material like lime or cement used in its construction? And after hearing all this, where does your belief lie? Tell us in the comments. This is what makes this temple so mysterious, because if even a single stone were to shift, the entire structure could collapse. Yet, for nearly 1,000 years, storms have come, rains, earthquakes, but this temple still stands, as if someone has held it together with invisible threads. And that's why the locals don't consider it a normal temple. Some say that strange sounds are heard here at night. Some claim that if anyone tries to complete the unfinished roof, some mishap always befalls them. Over the years, many people have tried, but no one has been able to complete this temple. It's as if the structure itself has determined that it must remain unfinished. Now the story gets even more interesting, because if we look at the history, this temple doesn't seem to be the result of a curse. And if we look at the architecture, it doesn't seem to be a normal construction technique either. So what's the truth? Did invisible forces really build this temple one night, moving the stones? Or is there some engineering technique behind it that was lost centuries ago? If you're an architect or engineer, tell me how this could be possible. As we delve into this story, it becomes clear that this isn't just the story of a temple. It's the story of human imagination, fear, and the truth hidden between history, which people often dismiss as ghost stories. Now we're about to reach the first clue that will begin to unravel this mystery. A clue that will tell us that the stones of this temple weren't just placed, they were balanced mathematically. The next moment can give you complete data, because now the turning point between the mysterious man and the unknown forces has arrived.